Welcome to KR Films Entertainment Channel. There is a baffling island in the South Pacific, where the whole populace is ladies. Individuals call it the Virgin Islands. It is likewise accepted that the ladies group has a baffling seed which makes them age multiple times more slow than typical people. Along these lines, many individuals are attempting to track down the area of the island. One of them is Mr. Tune, who needs to turn into undying, so he has been sending his men of specialists and voyagers to look for the island. Somewhere else, Wang, the hero of the film, stands by listening to a news report about Mr. Tune, once more, who has financed a huge amount of cash for his undertaking to look for Virgin Islands. The news then adds about the secret of the island, itemizing that none of the pioneers who took part in the campaign, so far I've made do till now, just a single individual has ever set foot on the island. A well-known voyager named Li is, as a matter of fact, Wag's dad. However, he never returned from the island and left no directive the world or his child. It is reputed that he was entranced by the marvels on the island, so he chose to remain there for all time, not entirely settled to find his dad. When chooses to partake in Mr. Tune's endeavor, furthermore takes off to the shore to board a boat. There he meets a companion, Ye Cham, who professes to be a specialist guide, as he has as of late moved on from the Somali naval for seal. Subsequent to setting up everything, Wang and Yuan board the boat, and similarly as they are going to take off, one of Mr. Tune's men approaches them and hands over a GPS tracker. Inevitably, the two at long last raised a ruckus around town, consequently launching their experience. At first, they are confident about the mission, yet following 2 months of meandering into nothingness, they become critical at this point. Their food supply has likewise run out, so they ask that they arrive at the island soon. At some point, while the young men are grumbling about the GPS not working, a group of birds flies over them. Wang, who is lying on his back, feels a dribble all over, and when he smells it, he understands that it's seagull crap. This demonstrates that they are close to an island, and when Wang looks through his optics, he affirms the news and shares it with his companion. Sadly, the elevated tides don't permit the young men to moor their boats, so they are compelled to swim as far as possible. In the following scene, when the two companions awaken on the shore, they notice a multitude of ladies encompassing them. While still not completely cognizant, Wang inquires as to whether they're at last on the Virgin Islands, yet the ladies continue to gaze at and stay quiet. Afterward, the two are brought to their camp for cross-examination. To the surprise of no one, Une becomes careless and attempts to smack talk with the ladies. Be that as it may, winds up getting beaten by a jury and stick. As a result of the episode, the young men are locked inside a wooden enclosure as a discipline. Meanwhile, the head of the ladies, whom they allude to as Patriarch, moves toward the two and starts talking. She makes reference to that just a modest bunch of individuals have penetrated their island and the beyond 500 years. However, every one of them were experienced guides. Units in dismay that the young ladies have been around for a significant stretch. What's more, for flippantly inquires as to whether they are truly undying. Nonetheless, the Patriarch in her ladies essentially abandon them and approach their methodologies. When the ladies are concealed, Wang takes out his secret blade and plots with Young to escape. At dusk, they prevail in the arrangement and in the end escape the jail. After this, Wang chooses to look at the clan for any pieces of information, while Yoon embarks to track down ways of getting away from the island. The following scene shows you're heading towards the wilderness to check whether there's an exit plan, while Wang shows up at the ladies' town and enters one of the cottages. Incidentally, the ladies have filled the wilderness with rats, so Ye Cham unconsciously succumbs to them from the get-go. He tumbles down a dark hole underneath and afterward gets penetrated by a wooden bolt on his back. To exacerbate things, he additionally gets pounded by a few coconuts on his head. In the meantime, Navin, a run-of-the-mill honest young lady of the ladies' clan, and her sister Moon enter the cabin wherein Wang has been sneaking about. Shockingly, the hovel is a washing place for the islanders, and when Ye gets taken going her garments and getting ready for her shower, Wang attempts to slip right out of the room. Magically, he gets found out by the young lady's sister, who doesn't let him go. Wang attempts to pay off the young lady with a treat, however she in the long run shouts, alarming each and every lady in the town. Frightened Wang frantically makes tracks while the ladies pursuing with lances. He makes an honest effort to frighten them away, however in the end gets caught. In the preliminary room, the patriarch lets Wang know that parting from a jail is a wrongdoing in their culture and that attempting to go after the tribe follows a haunting discipline. All of a sudden, a swollen and battered Yuan shows up at the scene to protect his companion. He undermines the tribe that he is a prepared trooper who knows battle abilities. In any case, the ladies just get bothered by his untruths and beat him indeed. The group accepts that being seen by a man at the point when they are bare makes them monstrous. Consequently, they request to execute Wang and his companion, yet prior to preparing the young men for their last custom, the patriarch is interested to know why they visited her island. Wang answers that he is looking for his dad who came to the island quite a while back. Amazingly, the patriarch uncovers that she had met his dad, however she also is looking for him. She makes reference to that, assuming she at any point sees his dad once more she will kill him. Saying this much, she arranges her ladies to take the guilty parties to their holy tree and barbecue them there. Une begs the ladies that he wasn't the person who saw him here. In such a condition, also request to be delivered, yet without much of any result. Then the ladies get ready for the barbecue while the young men are tied and kept independently into Goliath barrels. Une fears that they are being marinated prior to being simmered, however he has interfered with by Neven, who has at long last come to confront her degenerate. She attacks Wang for keeping an eye on her and let him know that to lift the scourge of being terrible she needs to kill him. In any case, right when apparently she is about to polish him off with a blade, she rather cuts open his rope. Prior to letting the departure, the guiltless Mu Yan declares that she despises Wang and yet doesn't believe he should pass on. As a result of her, sadly the young men take the wilderness way and succumb to the put-out snares. The now just mourning Wang and Yu are by caught in time before the sacrosanct tree. The ladies get ready various types of fixings and get a fire going to marinate the young men and eat them in the wake of cooking. Be that as it may, the cycle is interfered with when Sean, who are one of the ladies from the tribe, suffocates in the sea, while the lady his hurry to the shore. The young men take this chance to get away from by consuming their tight ropes. They additionally run away from the area, not understanding that they have placed fire on the sacrosanct tree. In the meantime, the ladies cry and comment subsequent to seeing their companion battling in the sea. The two companions plan to utilize the interruption to sneak out of the spot, yet without a moment to spare, Wang adjusts his perspective and chooses to help the suffocating young lady without contemplating when the islanders needed to kill him and his companion. Wang goes to the shore and swims in the sea to safeguard John Hua. After he brings her back to the shore, eunuchs next quickly in his mouth to mouth on an oblivious John Hua. Luckily, she begins breathing once more and the ladies extol the young man's courage. Afterward, Wang and Yu are by acquired front of the patriarch. Sean, who Won needs her chief to pardon the young man, says they saved her life. Right now she has previously begun to foster affections for Yoon. The patriarch additionally considers exculpate in the young men, yet all of a sudden she is educated that their sacrosanct tree has been singed and obliterated, subsequent to getting to realize that Wang and Young are behind this occurrence. The patriarch chooses to promptly execute them, be that as it may. Neven and Sean, who are recommend they allow the young men one final opportunity. Accordingly, the patriarch hesitantly allows them 3 months to re-establish the tree. In the event that the tree doesn't reawaken, they will be killed pitilessly. The following day, Wang and Yu make an honest effort to clean charcoal off the tree and water it. Over the long haul, the young men become near the ladies as they help them in their day-to-day existence. With the utilization of their advanced apparatuses and strategies, Wang and Yu get tremendous fish and train them to develop vegetables. In the interim, Chun Hua makes an honest effort to catch Yu and Zion brings him blossoms and durian consistently. At some point, when Wang attempts to find a sign on his GPS, he sees a snake hiding behind Neven. He quickly gets a move on salvage as her is the to sat down. In a heartfelt way, Neven uncovers that the snake is really her pet. The next day, Wang and Young are thrilled to find the hallowed tree growing. Sometime thereafter, all the islanders alongside the young men celebrate with a dining experience and dance together. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Movie Retail for more videos like this.